Taking a break. Martin and Kylie have been in a relationship for 4 years. They have already said I loved you, met each other's parents, and talked about marriage. Their friends and family are just waiting for Martin to propose to Kylie. However, they don't know that Martin has been having second thoughts about his relationship with Kylie. Martin asked Kylie to go out to dinner with him. "So, this is going to be hard to hear," Martin said. "What happened? Did someone die?" Kylie asked. Kylie had no idea what was coming next. "I want to take a break from us," Martin said. "What do you mean?" Kylie asked. "I still love you. I just need some time to myself. I want to travel by myself," Martin said. "For how long?" Kylie asked. "Maybe a year," Martin said. "I'm not going to wait around, so we're over," Kylie said. Martin was sad at first, but as he was traveling across the world, he didn't feel too sad anymore. He first went up to Canada. He really liked the donuts there. He then went to Ireland. He really liked how green it was. He then went to Italy. He really liked the buildings and houses there. Next, he went to Vietnam. He really liked the people there. After 1 year, he came back to the United States. He asked how Kylie was doing. They went out again to catch up. They got back together. It was clear that they still loved each other. Name change. Diego did not like his name. It was a Spanish name, but Diego didn't even speak Spanish. People always assumed he did though. In fact, Diego wasn't even Hispanic. Diego also didn't like it because it didn't sound cool. Diego wanted to change his name to something like Brandon or Brock. Diego told his parents that he wanted to change his name. His parents were furious. "This is the name we gave you. By changing it, you're going against our wishes," his mom said. His dad said, "Why don't you just tell people to call you something else? Don't legally change it though." Diego felt that if he did that, people would just ignore him and continue calling him Diego. Diego tried what his parents suggested. At school, he told his friends and teachers to call him Brock. His friends laughed at him and asked him why. His teachers were okay with it, but they kept calling him Diego accidentally. Since Diego was already 13, it was hard for people who had known him for a long time to call him by any other name. Singing competition. Teresa was 25 years old and trying to get a record deal. She wanted to sing pop songs and have her name known all over the world. She had a great vocal range. In fact, she can even sing opera. Making it in the music industry was tough. It took a lot of good luck and connections to get a record deal. One time, Teresa came close to signing a deal, but it fell through when her manager passed away. Teresa saw an advertisement for a singing competition on TV. It was called The Next Superstar. The show was going to be on a major network, so millions would be watching. Teresa first had to sing in front of the 3 judges in Los Angeles. She bought a plane ticket immediately. She always wanted to go to Los Angeles since there wasn't really anything to do in Maine. Teresa arrived in Los Angeles and met the 3 judges. They sat at a long rectangular table. The judge on the left end of the table was a famous rock singer of a band. The judge in the middle was the CEO of Harness Music Records. The judge on the right end of the table was a vocal coach to many famous singers. Teresa was a little nervous. Stage fright. Stage fright is the nervousness one feels when speaking in front of an audience. It is extremely common. Mr. Todd tries to eliminate stage fright in his speech class. In the class, everyone is required to do 5 speeches in front of the class. The first speech is about the student. The students typically talk about their likes, dislikes, family, friends, hobbies, and future goals. Since it is the first speech, a lot of students are nervous. They want to make a good first impression on everyone. Mr. Todd told them to think of the audience as their friends. The second speech is supposed to persuade the audience to support a particular cause. One student talked about abortion. Another student talked about Donald Trump. For this speech, Mr. Todd advised them to make connections with the audience. People are more likely to support your cause if you make it relatable to them. For the third speech, the student is supposed to try to convince the audience to visit a particular country. By the third speech, the students were much more confident. It was easier for them to talk in front of their classmates. The students felt like they were all friends with each other. Even if they made a mistake, it was okay. Snoring. Jill and Dan have been married for 10 years. Jill loves Dan, but she hates his snoring. It is so loud and disgusting. Oftentimes, his snoring wakes her up, and she can't go back to sleep. One night, Dan's snoring was so loud, Jill decided to sleep on the couch. She slept well on the couch. The next morning, Jill's son, Timmy, saw her sleeping on the couch. He thought that she had a fight with his dad. "Mommy, are you and Dad getting a divorce?" Timmy asked. Jill laughed and hugged Timmy. "No, Timmy, your dad just snores a lot." Timmy asked if she snored. Jill wasn't sure. Later Jill asked Dan if she snored. "Yeah, it sounds like a cat meowing," Dad said. "Is that a bad thing?" Jill asked. "Well, it's kind of annoying, but I deal with it," Dan said. Jill was embarrassed that she snored. She went to the doctor to see if she could do anything about it. The doctor gave her a few tips but said that there was no medicine or cure for snoring. Jill went back home disappointed. "All this time I thought you were the annoying snorer, but I guess I am, too," Jill said. "Hey, that's what makes us perfect together," Dan said.